Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle is one of the best Dragon Ball games to play today because of what it does best is being able to recapture all of the best moments from the series. As one of the biggest draws from the game is how good and detailed the animations are compared to the series. As time has went on, there leaves very little left for the game to keep taking inspiration from, as the Dragon Ball franchise is currently set on hold. Please save us. Due to the limited source material and the game approaching 11 years, it only makes sense for the developers to come up with new ways to implement characters. And they have experimented over the years doing this, resulting in good progress compared to other spots we have seen. Yet, I fear that the developers have done such a good job of implementing Dokkan Original animations that it seems to be the only selling point. Today I want to go back in time to revisit situations that they have implemented new source material all the way to present day, where I am nervous that we may have witnessed the culprit of this crime. I would like to start in 2023 during the Worldwide Download Celebration, where we got the infamous Vegeta Blue character that we all know to this day. And I wanted to start in 23 due to the fact of the emphasis they put behind the unit having a Dokkan Original animation. I feel like compared to other times, this time during the presentation of the reveal, they really wanted to stress that this character had a Dokkan Original animation. And don't get me wrong, it looked very good. However, a question I always had was how much budget and resources did that take away from untransformed state of this unit? Could that be the cause of why the animations were very lackluster compared to any other units we see before doing a Dokkan Original? What makes it even worse is the condition to get to this guy was terrible, so you couldn't even get to the Dokkan Original. The same thing goes for the Part 2 unit of the celebration, being Future Gohan. Also, during the live stream, had a huge emphasis on him having a Dokkan Original animation. His animations held up way better than Vegeta's did in Part 1. However, this was a very much better adaptation, but I have always stood behind whatever resources and budget time they had did into the Dokkan Original animation made it fall so much shorter for the other animations of that unit, and for that reason I just find it to be a huge flop. Now we arrive at the 9th anniversary of Dokkan Battle, which would be the start of 2024 year, debuting with a Super Saiyan Gogeta and Super Saiyan Broly as the Part 1 headliners. Very great picks for this year. Again, with this unit compared to 2023, in the live stream, they have stated that the animations for Super Saiyan Gogeta was a lot of Dokkan Original animations created by them compared to what we have known and seen from the movies and other games with Gogeta in them. And the main draw to this unit's Dokkan Original was obviously the draw of when he goes blue to be his active skill and 18 ki. Now, this might be a hot take by me, but the Dokkan Original 18 ki to me is one of the worst Dokkan Originals we have seen. I genuinely do not see the hype behind this animation, him just going in circles, doing nothing besides kicking. Ending with this is a pretty nice shot. However, if this guy wasn't released with his counterpart being Broly with phenomenal animations taken from the movie, again, source material and animation scenes pulled straight from the source was a great sign to see. It could have been the case that the last version of this Broly was from 2019, so he was very anticipated. His animations was just so much better, being one-to-one copied from the movie. I know we have seen Gogeta before in this game, however, that 18 ki was not it for me. Going into Part 2 of the celebration was Beast Gohan. Beast Gohan. Now, I might shock for people what I'm going to say about this unit. This might be one of the worst looking animation for a Dokkan anniversary headliner for their time ever. Terrible animations for what they are headlining as an anniversary. I know we have had a Gohan in the game from this movie beforehand. I know that the best thing from this character's existence in the anime was put into a 15-second animation. I think we could all agree we would be totally fine with them just copy and pasting this as the 18 ki. It would not hurt my opinion on this unit whatsoever. Beast Gohan for the celebration truly killed the whole hype of the 9th anniversary for me, due to I am a big animation guy, and those animations were just not it. And same thing with Gogeta Blue. Gogeta Blue's animations was just not worth the anniversary headlining. That would be all for the anniversary and mainly of all 2024 with Dokkan Originals. But hey, a lot of people come to hate them, love them, but they are interesting aspects of new units we could come to look forward to. think we are all at a great peak with animations and Dokkan Originals. Looks like as far as they can go, that's the best we can see. We'll see how they look approaching the highly anticipated 10th year anniversary. The 10th anniversary is here. The biggest milestone of this game's existence has finally arrived, and with that, they made sure to go out of the way to show just what they can do and how much they have improved with Dokkan Originals compared to past of what we have seen. Truly breathtaking animations that just makes you think, how is this a mobile game? And how is this Dokkan Battle that we was playing even 2 years from ago? What we were seeing was truly great from this animations kit. Vegito and Gogeta's active skills were amazing, out of this game worthy, and that even was the case for other headliners such as Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, whose active skill was out of this world. But if you take a look at his animations outside of the active skill, I know it's not only me that thinks that these are pretty pathetic to be a 10th anniversary headliner. Seeing the active skill of this unit was enough for me to summon just like majority of people, but I think we can all agree that we had units in 2023 and 2024 animations that completely looked just drastically better than this character's animations. And then you take in the account of a character like Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He had no Dokkan Original type animations with Gogeta, Vegito, and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. His animations were just baseline mediocre for a year 10 anniversary. This unit's excitement and hype wise compared to the ones we've mentioned earlier with those impressive animations almost makes it more unappealing to summon for. Now, you could make the case that this could have been the fact due to William having 6 LRs compared to 4, so maybe budget and resources was obviously taken, but it's still a factor to take into. How much budget and resource time was put into those 15-20 second animations, and how much was it hurting the other animations of the units? However, with all that being said though, I think from the main headliners having such amazing animations, completely a different Dokkan original to what we have been shown, I think it was a perfect anniversary, perfect characters with those animations. It also shows how far they have come with Dokkan original animations compared to other years. So a great start debuting with the 10th anniversary, and maybe with more to come during 2025. Finally arrived at the global Dokkan campaign in the middle of 2025, featuring the characters of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega Shenron. From the debut of the teaser trailer for both of these characters, it was almost shocking and a reality check. I think from everybody seeing the animations and level of quality that these characters were going to have with only given to us a small sample size, I think everyone can agree that the game would change from this point forward. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta would debut with some of the best all-around animation that we have seen in this game to date. From the quality, the art style, the complete originality of animation from a character that we have not seen them do in the series or really any other game. This truly did not look anything like Dokkan. RIP Omega. This dude had no hype behind him after this. Like, what? They sold my boy. This unit was given top grossing before he came out. The game was at #1 in sales before he had come out. I feel like no one could have put this on the radar that this type of animation budget quality was coming to the game. This was a whole new era, a whole new market. Not one thing from this character's animation seemed anything like Dokkan. They had truly found a new ground to debut new characters with. What I fear that will happen to the community is that this unit would introduce such amazing new animation and quality that if a character after him did not come out with this level of animation, no matter the character, no matter the celebration, that no one would care. I feel like somewhat of an example we can take from this being the recent release that would come after these units, being the Golden Frieza and Gogeta tag unit. Now, this character's animations were not on par with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but nearly was no more than 5 other units in the game. And even going back to the 10th year anniversary unit, they had one animation that looked great on par with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Gogeta had a whole arsenal of this level of animation in his whole kit. This unit animations was probably more of what we would expect to get from a new unit. Nothing crazy. Some flashy moments in between. It's a standard Dokkan unit. This unit, in terms of a hype perspective, was nowhere on the radar. And I feel like part of that has to come with just strictly coming after what we had just witnessed during the Global Dokkan campaign. It was sort of the first sign that a Dokkan Fest LR would be looked at as it's not Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta level. The Christmas LR debuted with the same animation quality as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Stunning, no one expected it, and they put it on a future Trunks. And everyone, when this unit came out, said they got the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta treatment. And they were on par, and almost, you could probably say, even better than Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas. The case is that they had the animation quality, so they got the attention. I wish we could almost see the sales and number of stones spent on this banner of a Christmas LR Future Garden Trunks compared to a Golden Frieza Gogeta, or even the 10th year anniversary banners. Who knows? We now have had 2 units with this level of animation quality, and then people have their eyes set targeting the 11th anniversary. Now this basically is reaching my main point of what I want to stress with potentially Dokkan Originals hurting the game. The 11th anniversary has finally revealed that the anniversary headliners would be the highly overdue and anticipated adult Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Upon initial reveal, feedback was good, yet feedback was also terrible. One reason you could for sure say, and I could understand, is that Daima was not for you, and that makes perfect sense. Say you don't like the Future Saga, you probably wouldn't be too excited for Emerge Zamasu or Rose Goku Black. It makes perfect sense. However, what I see a lot of people mentioning is we already know what the animations will be. They will not have Dokkan Originals. They will not make up stuff because they have the source material to go off of. Is it just me, or does Daima not look good? This is some of the best Dragon Ball has looked, and we are going to get them implemented into anniversary characters with multiple animations in the kits. Yet people will say we know what we're getting. I'm excited to know what we're getting. This has not been in the show. I know the exact moment that's going to be animated, and I know just how good those exact moments look. I feel like we could all know what to expect when Super Saiyan Broly was going to be implemented into an LR. And look how good his animations turned out. Those completely washed Gogeta. In my opinion, I don't expect Goku to do a Spirit Bomb. I don't expect Vegeta to do some random attack we haven't seen in the animation quality of what we have seen with the recent 2 units having these animations. But a lot of the hype is not there strictly due to them knowing what source material and scenes we're going to be getting implemented into the animations. I do not think that this is a good sight to have on the game's life. We have just been introduced to the reveal of the Moro Saga finally going to get implemented into Dragon Ball, along with other remakes happening like the Battle of Gods arc and Resurrection F. When we are watching the Moro episode when Goku goes giant or Vegeta does a spirit fission, whenever we get the in-game announcements for those units, are people going to say these are not going to be exciting because we know what we're going to be seeing? Or are people going to be saying, I cannot wait to see this finally animated? I know that Daima is way long overdue, and that's a reason to hate on it. I truly get it. I feel like we are about to witness some of the best animations in the game, leveling with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Trunks Dokkan original animations, and it feels like only so many people are excited for it, strictly due to the animations of what these units will have. That is my main point of this video. It is more of an opinion. I enjoyed the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Trunks animations. I really do. They looked fantastic, and they also are really more exciting when it's a whole unit's kit. I am a person who looks forward to seeing the one-to-one animation cuts implemented into the game. I understand if we get a unit multiple times over and over. Yes, it makes perfect sense. These Diamond characters are not in game. People are upset we know what animations we're going to be getting. It's a bit weird, but we're just under 2 days from the reveal of these animations. Maybe people will change their mind when animations come out. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day.